Hello, I'm Ellen Frog, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. We're gonna go straight. My earbud came out. We're gonna go straight back in because I can't actually remember entirely what we need to do, but hey, that's what the quest log is for. Survive, find a doctor. We have to wait for Sabine, who is here. Right now we're just waiting a couple days. But you can help pay off Drago's debt, which is what, this? Okay. That lowers the effect of the dice. Okay. I guess I'll just do that. I hope that I don't get negative. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Can do that. Don't be negative. Yes. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's check in. I'll get a drink. Though I become more of a regular. That's important. I don't want to grab another one just yet, but I will go to the ambergris. Okay. I can't do anything else that has to do with dice. Okay, well, I guess I'll just sleep then. End cycle. Against the skeletal even, ring of the station fills again. Oh my, I'm so sorry. What am I doing? Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights, like stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in a place, flickering in the flow. I just realized my mic wasn't in the right place. I'm sorry. God damn it. Okay, now it's definitely in the right place, sorry. Between the threads you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of a thread across the ring. Through these forms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand. These are nodes and connections, a map of information. Of communication, sorry. There are so many layers, so many loops that it seems almost impossible to parse, but you begin to try. The nodes. The nodes are glassy, bright, but in all this flow, the only solid and fixed points. You approach one, a pyramid or a triangle, dimensions are difficult here, and lean close to it. Inside, the shifting layers conceal a tangle of threads, a meeting point of exchange. But before you can glimpse any further, the glass clouds and hardens, cutting you off. Threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes, one leads to another. There's so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then, that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions as if they were tied around you. The first thread leads out, away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They're in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something, a sphere shimmering above a strange, angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. You open your eyes. Time is short. Someone's out there tracking you. Great. Tutorial of the cloud. Something has changed inside you. You now access the data cloud of the Eye. Okay, a network of decaying protocols and data caches where you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data, but be careful, these networks are old and strange, which is why to toggle this on and off. Okay. This one's the closest to my home. Match input? Oh, okay. Data extracted. Plus 1 encrypted key. I needed that for somewhere. Okay. So, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'll do that, I guess. Okay. Okay. I'll put that in there. That helps. Nothing else I can do except buy a drink. Which, sure, why not? Okay, continue. Oh, overlook. The glass shatters on the steel bar beside you, and the taunts don't take long to follow. Hey, Haunt, the spacer calls across the low room. What are you doing here? He laughs at his own lame joke. Playing human? I ignore him. You hunch a little further, staring at the hundreds of tiny impact points that scar the bar's surface. A hand falls on your shoulder, but as you flinch away it pats reassuringly, you freeze in place. Ow! The voice comes from behind you, spat out like a shot. You turn to see bright eyes, dark hair, stare that could breach the wall and vent you all into hard vacuum. As you turn back to the spacer, the second glass comes sailing through the air. Catch. Why did I think that would work? You can reach up a hand and the glass shatters across your forearm, showering you in fragments. The haze of glass and Girol vapor, you see Tala leap the bar and close the distance to the spacer. The thud as he slams into the wall echoes around the bar like thunder. Now flanked by other figures quick to their feet, Tala throws the spacer out through the door and stands silhouetted against the rotunda lights. You touch your arm and it feels wet. Someone helps you to your feet and back onto your stool. Broken glass rattles as it is cleared, and a fresh measure of Girol is glugged out in front of you. That same hand, warm, heavy, falls on your shoulder once more. He isn't coming back. We don't tolerate that kind of crap here. Tala flops onto the stool beside you. Let's get a look at you. Tala wipes the powdered glass from around the wound, and someone places a bottle of alcohol in a metal tin with tweezers on the bar. She disinfects them and then turns to you. That was an ambitious catch, she smiles, pulling a sliver of glass from your forearm. Ouch. Stupid, but ambitious. You don't feel the pain, only the string of status messages your body delivers concerning dermal damage and exposed structures. You do feel the care, though, as Tala's bright eyes search your thick synthetic skin for splinters. Watch her? I don't know, why would you look away? Tala works with the skill of someone who has had to pick glass splinters from the skin of a stranger before. Pretty specific, but yeah. She hones in on each bright shard, all the time tapping the tweezer tips in little rhythms that only she can follow. Tala smiles to herself. So, you've been on the eye long? Thank you. Just arrived. I thought so. I've only seen you here a couple times, and I get a drink every time. A splinter clinks into the tin. Not everyone's like that, idiot. We don't all hate you. She glances around. Some of the regulars, maybe they fear you, but maybe they're just curious. I don't know, but I do know that the Overlook is a safe place. I know what it's like to be new in this place. Trust me. I'm not trying to convince you of anything or separate you from your chits. I just want you to know that if you need somewhere, you can always come here. I accidentally scrolled up, sorry. I know the rations you've gotten aren't much and the company is limited, but if you need work, I'll happily put you behind the bar, and if you need shelter, well, we can discuss that. You'll be safe. I usually have Francis on the door, but he's up in the Greenway this cycle, haggling with our supplier. Francis tends to be particular about what we serve, even if the clientele isn't. She places her tweezers in the tin with a clink. That's you, Sleeper. Here. She slides a glass of Girol to you. This'll help. She stops her hand still in the glass. Wait, does this help? I mean, can you get drunk? No idea. I don't know. This is my first time. She laughs. I'll keep trying. I'll let you know if I see any difference. She walks back around the bar, gathering the glasses as she does, and before long is retelling you how she threw that spacer out to a new group that just wandered in, complete with dramatic actions. She gestures in your direction. You instinctively look away, back to the worn surface of the bar. You take a sip of the Girol. The earthy fungal tones fill your senses, almost blocking out sight and sound, like diving headfirst into a bog. You may not be able to get drunk, but this connection to something grown, something fermented, something old, feels good. Okay, so now I can buy rations, And work a shift at the bar. Interesting. I'm gonna buy rations because I think that helps. It does help. Costs money. Does help. Okay, well, I don't have any more dice, so, home. End cycle. I'll leave. Can I... Am I able to just go ahead and buy rations now? Will that give me 2 more dice? No. But I should do this. See if there's anything I can do here. Nice. Extract data. Gave me another key. Uh-oh. The cloud. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you. A thread strung tight around you. It tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. It soars somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Entity unknown. Astringent. Processing. Stay still. Hunter! Oh, please hold. The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder, a tunnel of light circled around you. It's blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What did you do? The shape paces around you on lithe legs, though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity identify, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. Sleeper, SNARP. Unknown, known. The figure's strange head rotates, brackish signature, of and a not of, attempting interface. As the figure speaks, more threads begin to spiral from its head, thick, snaking, vine-like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. Stop! The figure halts its threads, its head twitching. Entity, your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? I'm a person. Incorrect, you're an entity. All at once, Hunter's head is directly in front of you as blocking your vision. You stink of their taste, the one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. I don't understand. An entity hides in the rotunda. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murder's intent. Strike! You lash out with all your force. Not a physical strike, but a spike of interference, leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, separates. Wake up! You open your eyes, blinking back into the station light, shaking with fear. Oh, okay. Can do that. We got another key. Oh, Sabine! The first thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshio's implants, like a cat's eyes in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. I have it. I can't remember Sabine's voice. Oh yeah, it was supposed to be sharp, right? I have it. Sabine stands with a case open in front of them, a set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. I have no idea how Yatagan. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I'm the test case? That seems to be the case. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. I said sit on the bed. I didn't say something else. It didn't. Stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike an immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping your frame from injecting all of its own organs, which means the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. So basically, my organs are being recognized by my body as bad, and this is supposed to make it not recognize them as bad. They glance away. At least if the stabilizer is genuine. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin readying the syringe. I'll start with a small dose to limit the risk. Alright. Not like I have a choice. Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses a syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. Hold on, I need a drink so bad. Oh. Much better. They tap the syringe, and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection but with little response. A sensation begins to spread from the site, a fizzing, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled noises like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. When you sit back up, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate. Awake. Yeah! The stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yatagan acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you're going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabine nods towards the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're going to need to pay for your next dose. Silence fills the room, and they return to their glowing slate. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow, as if things have been moved or shifted. You wonder how long you've been out. Sabine? Nothing comes free, sleeper. Remember that. You manage to get to your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. Frightening. Oh, okay. That's not that good. Because that'll probably actually help. Yeah, it does. Okay. I don't have anything else I can do, so... Home. End cycle. Yes! I have 5 dice. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and check to see... I can do... this. Bypass, extract. Havenage data. Now, where do I need that? Sure. Don't negative me. Yes. Hardware. I gotta drive. Survive. Need to buy a vial. Help repay. Build a ship mine? Gain access to the Ort Fabricator? What is this? Oh, Emphis? I didn't even know what I clicked on. Emphis is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red fleck dressing. The smell is incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. Approach? You join the queue. It's mostly made of off-duty salvagers, vac suits unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vests. Scrubby mods, a lattice of scars and tattoos. They discuss the best food on the eye, the best drink, comparing notes on bright market dives, their words cut through with heavy spacer slang. Eventually, it's your turn, and you shuffle to the front. Emphas speaks in a deep, even tone without looking up. First try's free. Thank him. Thank you. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks, the earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. So sorry. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you. You sleepers. Emphas says while he cooks, a voice deep but clear. A hard life. A lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. Tell him a story. So once there was a wolf, and there were also 3 little pigs. And the wolf caught those 3 little pigs and ate them. But you see, there's another character, the cow, and the cow was not happy about this because the 3 little pigs were the cow's friends. So the cow goes to the wolf and starts milking the wolf. The moral of the story, don't eat pork. You begin to tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility, and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container, and the endless cycles spent within it. Now it seems you tell him like some dream that you once had but can never forget. Oh my god. You tell him that the eye excites you and scares you, but you're unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually you tail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time we can talk some more. He smiles, but next time, you pay. He slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner side and it shuts off. The roar of the flame and its oppressive heat fades. Next time then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the walk. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric patterns of circular scars across his forearms. Yeah, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. You walk away, and as you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. A new drive. Eat. Or exchange. Item? 1 scrap component. I don't have that. Play the exchange. Sure, I'll try. It was positive. Now I'm a trusted trader. Or more of a trusted trader than I already was. Okay. Wait, whoa, what are you? Scrap Frider? I can input and buy things? They'll pay a wage. Interesting. I'll come back. Sealed dock. Oh, I can unlock this. Should I work the bar? No. I don't think I need to. What is this? Neoven 33? As you slip inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with a warm glow. I'll approach it. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape settled into an alcove in the side of the dock. Kind of upright cabinet is covered in faded logos and messages from which you assume it was once an industrial vendor, intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular running of right and resource extraction vessels. The manufacturer is listed as Neovend, and you remember an advert from long ago squeezed among all the off-world recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily saying that name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. Jesus. Enter your registration, chirps a pre-recorded message, catching you off guard. Press some keys. You reach for the keypad and something begins whirring. At first it sounds like servo motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, then a multi-tonal voice that emanates from Neovend. Entity, they hiss. Speak with me. Who's there? There's a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath, before the machine speaks again. I have need of you. You have need of me. That squeal comes again, and you see that it is the 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine resetting into place so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirring, whining voice. You're in danger. Danger? I don't need to ask if it's the vending machine. I know it's the goddamn vending machine. Danger? The machine creaks. You are marked for deletion, entity. Hunter tracks you. The screech rattles through the empty dock. I know Hunter tracks me. Come on. You think I'm stupid or something? You remember the strange head, the figure, the threads closing in. Hunter. The Hunter protocol. They taste to your signature. The sudden whine sets your teeth on edge. You have seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulated minds are adaptable. Move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets. But emulation makes you target. How? Hunter searches for illegal entities, Neovend screeches. You are sentient, therefore illegal. Servos judder the vending machine's casing as they reset. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You look at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place for sure. Can counter Hunter but need entity outside machine. The light flickers. Need you. A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveling arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly threaded, the cloud. Points along the rim glow in deep red. Hunter's always gathering. Too much data. Must build nests, explains Neovend. Masters are gone but continues hunt. Bring this data. Raid its nest. Masters? Station builders. Solheim. The machine rumbles impatiently. Long gone, their protocols still haunt. Bring offerings. Save self. Neovend says pointedly. Mutual need means friends, they conclude. Tired of the conversation, the whirring amplifies and then suddenly drops as mechanisms within the machine click back into place. The glow fades and you are left stood in the dark of the sealed dock, that whirring voice ringing in your ears. Okay. Hunter nest. Okay. We have a couple here. A 6? Wait, match input. Wait, no, I just have to match the input. Never mind. Okay, I'll check that out in a second. I need to go to Dragos' yard because I am almost done doing this. There we go. Leave. Okay, talk to Dragos, but I want to talk to Feng? Oh, Feng! Sleeper! Feng catches your attention as you approach the Havenage building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier coming this way, security, all that. He gives you a look, you know. He slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Feng inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to the generators and diagnostic slates and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that blends into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Feng leans on the server stack and gestures around. You like it? What is all this? He taps a nearby server stack which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He He steps over to a towering block speckled with some vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, Ash 1, the one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up at the eye and think they're seeing a constant concrete reality, but this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down the hardware stacks and you follow. We're keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. You can see. You can, can't you? Yeah, I can see it. Makes sense, right? You are between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. It's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Fang notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run, though. They're tracking me. Fang, you gotta help me. They're trying to find me. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see. Access protocols lost to time decay. Secrets. Crap load of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havenage, there's old growth. Those whole roots trace back into the bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that track of yours. He winks. Like that. Like that. What do you say, Sleeper? I'm in. Fang pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, Sleeper. Fang passes you a ragged-looking metal tab. A gift, he smiles. It's a Solheim cipher. He dug it up from the depth of the station. Slot that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you back to the front of the bank. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. I'll use that emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, Sleeper. I'll see you soon. You step blinking back out into the passage, those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Interesting. I have a lot of drives here. Disable your tracker. That's probably a good idea. Jesus. I can go back here. Solheim Gate. I do have a Solheim cipher. And now I have Gate S7 access? Oh. What's this? Crap. I guess I should probably talk to Dragos. You arrive into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across a vast dark shape suspended below the dome. They flicker across scorched hull plates and bent structures, spilling from holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge and has been torn apart in some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Dragos stands to the side, focusing on the hulking ship as it is lowered into the yarn. She is. I should thank you. This place was on its last legs when you turned up, and now look at this. The ship descends slowly, its interior visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Dragos for this monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. I'll stay silent. Believe it or not, I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. He glances at you. The ship creaks like a calving iceberg as it reaches the base of the yard. Dragos is visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. The drones start to crawl over the hulk, their lights illuminating flashes of dented hull. Watching, you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion, locked inside that container, the wreck of the Essenark freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered? Or was the container delivered to Dragos on its own, a womb for your rebirth into this strange station? You shudder. Perhaps you could learn something about this ship. You might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Dragos squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think we're up to it. What do you think? You see the fading name of the ship emblazoned on its side. Winterlight. Ooh. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. He claps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few and we can make a stop. Real beauty, Dragos repeats, perhaps just to himself. Take one last look at the shattered ship as the drones start cutting, and then slip out of the yard, feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. So, I got an upgrade point. Oh, shoot! This one? Okay. I guess now I can help the ambergris? Nothing better to do. Ship shape. Okay, we're almost done with that. There's nothing else for me to do here, so I will return to my home. And end cycle. I'm gonna leave this video here. We got a lot done in this one. We got a lot more done. Met more people. New people. We actually finished Sabine's quest as well as... Well, no, we didn't finish Sabine's quest, but we made good progress. We finished Dragos's first quest and we got to upgrade our character. That's pretty good. And we got access to the cloud, which is definitely interesting. And we got a Solheim cipher. I think that goes to Fang. And Fang will do something with it, but I think there's also something I can do with the vending machine? I don't exactly know. But we're gonna figure that out next time, because I've been that one frog. Thanks for watching.